I'm from Annapolis, and being an artist myself, there's not a lot of events here. There's not a lot of hip hop. It's not a hip hop scene here, and so I've seen like a dope hip hop scene in DC and Baltimore, and I wanted that at home. So, started doing events.
We all grew up in Annapolis. You know what I'm saying? Annapolis is the one thing I love about Annapolis is that the arts thrive here. Like, this is a town that loves art, that loves music. But in this day and age, especially with the height of all the political and social issues going on, there's a misrepresentation of young Black people, young people growing up in urban communities. There's a misrepresentation of Black men. And I think that it's important that Annapolis, this is just a starting ground for the rest of the world to see, to be put out there that all kids that come from certain neighborhoods or look a certain color, look a certain way or a certain color, act a certain way, or only put out certain music, that they don't have like a thought process behind it. The mainstream gets so knotted up in that. It's important for Annapolis, which is a highly suburban area, to see this, that we embrace one another within our community, and then that we're bringing positivity through music, through events, that we're embracing other artists, and in that way, I think it will change what some people see young kids of color offer to the arts.
Why is it important for Annapolis? Simply because, when it comes to music, yeah, rock, live instruments, they will always have a place downtown. But before this, there was no open mic, strictly hip hop and R&B or spoken word. None. And it wasn't until you came up with the What's Dope, open mics, SIMOL showcases and stuff like that. If it wasn't for us. I mean, there's some other people that did it, but it wasn't downtown. It was in other places around the city. Simple fact that it's downtown Annapolis. It's very important. I don't think there's any other place like it.
The Maryland DMV scene in general is relatively young, and we're still learning, and we're all kind of we're doing things, we're all kind of growing in front of the screen, but I feel like we're on the right path. I just feel like people don't necessarily believe in it enough just because, it's just the areas, more so, oh, what does everyone else like? Just because we haven't really had much to call our own, and it's just, we just don't have the sense of pride and ownership in it yet because we don't know what we have yet.
My sister, she knows everybody in Annapolis, so she did a record fair here, and so I saw the spot, I saw the venue, and I talked to the guy Joe, and I told him about my ideas and what I wanted to do, and he was all for it, and we just went from there.
Good, the energy is right in here. That's what's up. Hey, yo, I want to give a shout out to my man Justice for hitting me up to come out to this joint, you know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate everything that y'all are doing out here, It's real hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? Real movement for real people and everything like that. And speaking of which, this first joint I'm going to get into is representative of that real, you know what I'm saying? Who is a fan of Rock Kim? Hey. Okay. What about DJ Premier? Okay. All right, well then y'all gonna feel this joint right here. It's called When I Be on the Mic. Drop it. The future belongs to those who prepare for the day. So hey, I rock away, and the work ethic in my ways. Shop the science like Drew Ali and CM Bay. I know you hate, you don't wanna see me stay. You rather see me fade away in the casket I lay. But that won't happen, cause I am Amen Ray, the son of man. Understand something grand about to happen. This ain't rapping, this is a rebel in action. 5-star colonel, my light shine eternal. With energy is thermal immersion from the internal source. My thoughts is nocturnal, day and night I write in my journal. I feel it in my thermal, ignore the external forces and work of forces is hurt, and body and flash. Hopefully rock, I hold the spot with a fun in the cash. You know?
Hip hop to me is essentially the culmination of like all different forms of popular music just coming in and out there. Because you look at the roots of it, it started as something where it was like related to like the disco movement. You know, it's like look back to Rappers Delight, Sugar Hill Gang. That was like based off of like the funk stuff. And then as music and different things progress, you can hear different influences, and just like throughout time, there's just countless examples of it. So, but going back to things happening here, it contributes to that idea, because for one instance, and like for one set, you can have somebody like myself who's like a hip hop or a spoken word artist, and then conversely, right after that, there could be a vocalist or a musician who does like R&B covers or something like that, who can come up right after me, and you can still appreciate them. But at the same time, after the fact, like after the show is done, me and that other artist who just finished that set, we can collaborate and do something different. And because we have events like that, I may not have been able to meet that person otherwise. So that, I think, is the biggest importance that this event holds as it relates to that.
I wouldn't say any of us feel that we've arrived. So I think it's one of those things where you're constantly striving for something. And you want to be around people that are like-minded in that sense. I think that's the key. I love being around people that are creative and they want to do something with their life and do something that they love. And I think that's what we all strive to do. And right now, music is where I'm at and what I really want to do. I kind of want to be around that community of people. And like I said, with the events that we're putting on and What's Dope open mics, being around that, just that whole scene and that community and seeing how supportive everybody is of each other, it's encouraging, and it only makes you want to continue to do what you're doing.
And this first one I'm going to do is the first thing I ever did when I was here. Just want to, in case anybody missed it the first time. I need you to hit it. I need you to hit it so good, so right, so deep, and be so connected that you break my back and realign my chakras at the same damn time. God damn. What I mean is that I want to do the impossible with you. I want to be that glue for you. Build and take care of a village with you. But first, lay in my arms and let this melanin hue do what it was designed to do for you. Let me heal you. Let my womb consume and produce for you. Suns and moons designed to move mountains and break chains. Let us forever reign through a divine equation that begins with me and you. But first, come here. Follow me down my yellow brick road Follow me down my yellow brick road, paved with gold. Don't stop until you reach my soul. Make my spirit speak in the same manner my heart leaps when you enter the room. Kiss me. No, wait. Lay on your back. I like you like that. Because you spend all day carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and it's my turn. Here, let me take that from you. It's time to serve my king and show him things. Lay your head on my bosom as I straddle you. Cradle my ass as I rock you to the rhythm of our heartbeats. This shit's deep. Because what's taking place isn't just sex. It's a clash of energy and a mixing of souls. It's the awakening of our ancestors from many years ago. It's a purge of a bad day. And as we climax together, It's a quick glimpse into what forever feels like. Love me. As if I nurtured you for 9 months and lifted you to my breast to feed, drink from the life giver. As I feed you mind, body, and soul, you are now whole and ready to face another day. But just know, King, you'll never have to face it alone.
Sometimes as a creative person and as an artist, I mean, I think it's kind of known that creatives are kind of emotionally heightened, and we can kind of get within ourselves, you know, kind of critique ourselves too much, be too hard on ourselves. So to have that community, to have people say, you know, listen to what you're doing, listen to what you're putting out there and say, you know, that's tight, or, you know, this is tight, but you need to work on this, or, you know, I can make beats for you, or I can give you connections. You know, it's nice to have people. Now, the one thing I've noticed about this crew is that they help each other out, but they also don't expect things for free. And that's what's nice, is that, you know, they're willing to support each other, but they're also willing to connect each other to, you know, further their creativity.
Spotlight District, we really focus on like branding, and it doesn't stop at artists, it's like small businesses as well, because going back to how there's not necessarily a lot of blogs that support artists. You know, they if an artist were to hit a blog up, then they'll just throw some ridiculous number at them without even like trying to see what they got and, you know, really try to work with them. They're really just in it for the money. I could care less about the money we make. You know what I mean? Like, of course that's an added bonus, but being an artist and coming up and not having like a platform where I can send music to get it critiqued, to get it posted up, because it really started when we just had the Twitter. It was before we had the website, so artists would send their music in, and I personally would listen to everything that got sent. Like, I listen to everything, and I try to respond back to everything.
My goal for these events is to also, not only help the artists that we bring get bigger, but to also get bigger with them. You know, like when they if someone from here blows up, then like later down the road, someone asks them how they got their start, and they can say, "Oh, I started at a SIMOL event." You know what I'm saying? Then that'll bring more publicity to us while they're already getting bigger.
Like the Spotlight District, I have a crew called The Conglomerate, and it's me, my sister Jazz, and my brother-in-law Alex. And all of us, we like Spotlight District. We aim to, like, you know, give local talent shine, and we also aim to, you know, besides just local talent, build like a brand, like a company where, you know, if you need an event planner, we can help you with events. Sound, we can help you with that. You know, just doing everything and a lot of things in this industry within hip hop, you know, just to build it up and, like, you know, just to be a part of the culture. The way I met Tino at Spotlight District is Tino came out to one of my open mics, and after the event, he just talked to me and said he wanted to do an event. And, you know, most people, or a lot of people I've met, come to me and say they want to do this, they want to do that. Never hear from him again. But Tino, he followed up with me, and we just started doing these events.
Our main goal for these events is to give artists a platform, because being an artist, there's not necessarily a lot of venues that are so open, especially to hip hop in this area, being Annapolis. So there's not a lot of venues where artists can come and show off their creative side. Especially, let's be real, black artists that come and rap.
My goal is to build a community here, like build like a hip hop community where, you know, people come out, they see each other perform, they learn from each other. When they leave these events, they continue to work together. Like their bond doesn't stop here. It goes beyond this event. So my goal is just to build a community, like a hip hop community of young artists, not even just hip hop, just artists in general, local artists just coming together, supporting each other.
But when you think of artists that are from like New York, it's like, oh, we rap New York, or you go to Cali, like, oh, we rap Cali, or you go to Miami, oh, we rap Miami, or whatever. But that's because they have so many people coming out of there that constantly rep their city. And if they have that support, because like when you go to New York, you be like, yeah, I'm from New York, like what it is. But Annapolis or Baltimore, like, yeah, you got people that say that, but it's like once they make it big, it's like they try to forget about it. But if you in a situation where you constantly got your local supporting you, it's like, oh, eventually they're gonna say, yeah, I'm from Annapolis. Yeah, I'm from Baltimore. Yeah, I'm from DC.
The difference between here at What's Dope and at the Metropolitan, aside from other places, is that people will actually talk to you and, you know, tell you. Now, people, not to say that people don't talk. You know, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I feel a more. I feel something very genuine here. Something a little different, like something more homey, more intimate. You know, not homey, but that's definitely one of the bigger aspects that I enjoy from here.
And this is my second time coming out here for what Justice is doing here in Annapolis, Maryland, and it's a beautiful situation. It's hip hop and music in general. People can come out here, perform poetry, can get on an acoustic guitar and play their music and do what they want to do. And it's a beautiful situation. And it's really what hip hop is all about. Coming out, supporting each other, loving each other, and dropping music from your heart and speaking from your soul. So it's a good situation. Everybody should be out here for this. Annapolis, Maryland is hot right now. So y'all need to come out here and check this out. And by the way, PJ's dope.
Don't ever let nobody tell you that you can't do what it is that you're trying to do, especially if it's something positive. Just go out and go for that shit. That's really, like, if y'all can take anything away from gimmicks, antics, bars, punchlines, all that shit, please take that away from me. Who we are as people is not defined by one event, but a culmination of our experiences. Stephen X, True Spitter. Go ahead and spin that shit, Maestro.
Say it every. Let me remind y'all, this is Dream. Ever since I left the city, and I ain't even go that far, just went down. I just wanna go tacos down, but you ain't stupid. Ever since I fucking left the city,
So hip hop is naturally competitive, in my opinion. Just seeing other people perform, and like really, I study people. I study people perform, not just how they rap, but like what they do on stage. And I take a little bit of everything I see and I try and put it into my own stuff. Like, in my opinion, performing is very awkward to me. Like, I can record, I can write, hell yeah, I can write. It's the easiest thing in the world. But when it comes to performing and projecting my voice, that's the one thing I had trouble with. And like, I just take something from everybody that I've seen so far in these open mics and these showcases, and I put it into my own thing.
If you love music and you love a good time and you love being around people who love music, then I don't see why you wouldn't want to come.
Why should they support it? Why shouldn't they support it? That's the question. It's young brothers out here doing something positive in the community.
I know people that I asked to come out, they come out because they also like music and they like underground music, they like to support the local talent. So they come out to not only support me and my friends, but also to support the local artists that are here and to get a new listen.
I only see this growing and getting bigger and bigger every year. It's one of those things where I think, people follow trends. So whether, I don't care if it's an indie or mainstream, people follow trends. Even I follow trends to some aspect. So, when people see other people being a part of this, they're going to want to be a part of it. Especially if it's within something that they're interested in. Like Annapolis having a hip hop scene, like I said, it's not something that's always been displayed or it's kind of been hidden. So with that kind of being open, I think it's literally inviting so many people from not just Annapolis. I mean, obviously we've seen our shows, and we've had DC and Baltimore people come out, Virginia, I mean, I'm sure that there will be people from out of state, just from all over the East Coast, eventually coming to these events and hearing about it and wanting to be a part of it in some form. So it's only going to get bigger. You know, I look at, you know, South by Southwest and A3C, and you know, those are the types of things where I think we can get to a position like that, you know, and become a festival and become an avenue for indie artists, and who knows, maybe even mainstream, you know, who knows. But you know, we're starting somewhere. I think the key is we want to move the culture forward, preserve it, and move it forward, and just keep it going. You know, it's you know, I'm 32 years old, and I get so inspired seeing like 22-year-olds, guys your age, you know, involved and really wanting to do this and pushing the culture forward, and you know, and just giving people an outlet, you know, and that's what it does. If anything, it gives somebody an outlet, you know, keeps people out of trouble. That's another thing it does. Gives somebody something to do and something to look forward to, you know. So, you know, and those are all positive things, and it literally, you know, you don't know what it's doing for somebody, you know, until you actually talk to them. And
these events are held at Metropolitan Kitchen and Lounge. Every month we have an open mic and a small event. First Thursdays for the open mic, last Wednesdays for the small events. 169 West Street.